In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the pen tool in Adobe Illustrator. So we'll talk about how to draw using the pen tool, how to make adjustments to a shape using the pen tool, and we'll do all of this with a beginner-friendly practice file. So we're going to be using the pen tool today. You can find the pen tool on the left toolbar. It's about the third tool down in my toolbar. And if I click and hold it, you'll see some other tools underneath it. Add anchor point tool, delete anchor point tool, and anchor point tool adjuster. So let's select the pen tool. So the pen tool is like a connect the dots tool. Every click creates an anchor point, and then Illustrator connects those anchor points together with paths. We're going to start in this practice file by doing straight lines, and then we'll move on to curved lines. So I'm going to zoom into this star. With the pen tool, every click that you make is going to make an anchor point. Before we start the pen tool, you want to make sure that you have your colors set up correctly to use this tool. So let's go up to Window, Swatches, and currently I have a white fill on my pen tool. We actually don't want a white fill. We just want a black outline. That's going to be the easiest way to see our pen tool activity. So let's just delete that white fill by clicking this square with the red line in the middle. Okay, so we're going to start by tracing this star. All we're going to do is start clicking around this shape. So let's try that now. Make one point on the side of the star, and I'll just continue to make points around each edge of the star. And I'm putting a point at any place that the shape is changing directions. And when I go to my last point and I want to join my line, you'll see this little circle appears on my cursor. That means we're going to close the shape. So at this point, my shape is finished. Let's go to our next practice. This is also using straight lines, but these are using 90-degree angle lines, which is an important distinction. So let's go to our pen tool. To get those perfect 90-degree angles, we're going to click on our first shape and then hold down the Shift key. If you hold down the Shift key, it's going to give you perfect angles. So you can see 90-degree and 45-degree angles when you hold down the Shift key. So let's hold down the Shift key as we are tracing this shape. One quick tip here is to use smart guides to help you line up where you're clicking. Go up to View, Smart Guides, and make sure that this is checked. And when you do smart guides, you can now see that these pink lines appear to help me line things up. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more so we can see it. So hold down Shift, Shift. The smart guides appear to show me that I'm perfectly aligned with the point above it. So that's what I'm looking for with the smart guides. It just helps you with alignment. And let's close this shape, hold down Shift and click. Another tip here, these are rectangles. So technically I could just use my rectangle tool and draw these shapes. I don't have to use the pen tool. We are here to practice. So let's just keep going. Holding down Shift, and let's click around our shape. Let's go to our next practice file, which is the lightning bolt. So same thing, let's click around this shape. This shape has some straight lines and some angles. So let's just start right here and hold down Shift for this first straight line. The next line is actually a 45-degree angle, so I can hold down Shift and click for this line. But the next one is not a 45-degree angle. So let's just freeform that one. Hold down Shift. This one is not a perfect 45-degree angle. You can see the line doesn't quite line up when I hold down Shift. So we'll just freeform this and freeform. Now, one quick tip, you see these really pointy lines at the ends of my shape. One thing we could do is go up to Window, Stroke, and we can round the corners of our shape just to get rid of those spiky lines around those angled edges. Okay, next let's talk about curves. I'm going to show you two different methods of doing curves on shapes. So we'll do the first method with a heart, and then we'll move to another shape to show you another way. So to trace around an object with curves, we're just going to start by clicking in the middle. And I'm going to find a spot around my curve that's about halfway around my curve. So I would say that's somewhere around here. And all I'm going to do is click and drag my handle to create that curve. You can see when I click and drag, this makes a curve. And dragging these handles out controls the direction and the strength of the curve. So I'm going to line it up as best I can and let go of my cursor. And this tool is really smart. It is predicting that my next anchor point will also need to be on a curve, which it does. So I'm just going to drag my handle down and line it up as best I can and click again. We actually have a straight line next, so I'm just going to click and not drag my handle. We then have another curve here. So I'm just going to go to the other side of this curve and click and drag. I can also hold down Shift if I want those handles to stay at a perfect 45 degrees. And by the way, we're not looking for perfection here. The idea is to get some lines on your shape and then we can adjust them later. This is a symmetrical shape. I'm going to try to keep my anchor points in similar places on the other side. So I have a point here. I'm going to find a similar point on the left to make my next anchor point. I'm going to go halfway around the curve, click and drag and line it up the best I can. And then to close our shape, just going to click on that bottom circle. You'll see I have kind of a weird shape at the top left of this heart. We will go back and fix that in a sec. So let's just close our shape. I need to go back and make some adjustments to these handles. You can see this one's a lot taller than this one. And we can do that with our direct selection tool, which is our white arrow on the left. That allows you to click into these individual anchor points and see the handles. So let's start with this handle. I'm just going to move it down and try to better align it with our original shape. And you can grab the handles individually to adjust different sides of your curve. Okay, so this was method one of using curves. You just click and then drag to make curves and then adjust them later. Let's move to a different shape. This is a speech bubble. We are simply going to use the pen tool and we're going to make some really quick clicks around this shape. We are not going to worry about curves now. We will add curves later. So we're going to click around the main curves of our speech bubble shape and just make anchor points. And now under my pen tool, I have this anchor point tool. This allows us to take an anchor point and simply click into our anchor point and we can add curves. So by clicking into that anchor point and just dragging out, I now have these handles. So we're going to do that for each of our anchor points. I'm just going to do it loosely really quick and then we could go back and make some adjustments. If at any point you have trouble selecting one of your handles, you can always go back to your white arrow because now that I have curves, this white arrow can help me adjust these curves. So those are two quick methods of adding curves. Okay, we have one more shape to do some practice with, and we'll start on the left side of this shape. So one mistake that I see often is beginners will take a shape like this and want to make little curves around the whole shape using lots of anchor points like this. But in reality, this just adds some complexity to this very simple shape that we don't need. So the goal is to use the least amount of anchor points as possible. And that takes a lot of practice, honestly, to get better. But for this shape, I would say we only need anchor points right here and right here. So 2 anchor points to do this outer shape of the eye. So let me show you how I would do this. Let's click on the other side and we will click and drag to get our curve. And this lines up pretty well. So I think 1 anchor point is all we need on the other side. But you can see my next point, I don't need it to be a curve, and my anchor point tool assumes it's going to be a curve. So how we can essentially break the curve is to click back into our anchor point. And now we can do any kind of line that we want. So I'm just going to complete your shape on the other side and now click and drag. And sometimes it's helpful to zoom out of your shape so everything stays on your artboard. And again, we can always go and adjust these curves by using our direct selection tool. Now we have one more shape here. We have the inside of this eyeball. So this is a bit of a trick question. How would you draw this? If it were a real project, you would actually use the ellipse tool and just draw a perfect circle. But since we're practicing the pen tool, let's try to draw this shape. Go to the pen tool and you can pick any method that you would like to create this shape. I'm going to try our simple click around the edge method. So I'm just going to click around at the extreme points of our curves. And there's really only 4 big points of this shape. And now I'm going to go into the anchor point tool and adjust each of these. If I want my handles to be at a perfect 90-degree angle, which I kind of do here, I'm going to hold down Shift. And I'm just going to go back and fix a few of these. And I will say drawing a circle is very hard. Getting all the lines and everything perfect. And one last thing I want to mention, anytime you're using the pen tool, if you find yourself needing extra points, you can always select your line and go into your pen tool. And if you hover over your line, you'll see this little plus sign that appears. So you can add anchor points at any point. And the same goes for removing. So you just hover over an anchor point and you'll see the minus sign, and you can remove anchor points. You can also find the plus and minus anchor points under the pen tool. The pen tool is one of the most powerful tools in Adobe Illustrator because it gives you complete control over all the points and curves in a shape. But what if you don't want to draw something from scratch? What if you have an existing graphic that you would like to turn into a vector file? In this next video, I'm going to show you how to use Illustrator's image trace function to take an image and turn it into an editable vector file. If you'd like to try Adobe Illustrator, you can find a free trial link in the description below this video. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up and leave a comment below, and subscribe to Cry Studio for more design tutorials. Thanks so much.